Greetings, everyone. Tommy Hawksblood here. I don't see my co-host. I hope she's okay. I didn't get anything from her yet. But the title today, I hope you see it. Undefinable truth. Okay, no lies here. Not like the UFO world, government world. All right, I'm going to get into it hardcore because we're getting deeper and deeper into the time major things are going to happen. I mean, first, they're talking about a UFO coming here in November. Well, I have no clue. They're not saying much about it. Just that I'm pretty sure it could be a UFO. Could be, and it'll be here somewhere around November. All right. Now, second thing, the government might try to blow it up. They tried blowing up a meteorite already, so I'm not saying they won't blow it up. Because if they don't have a clue what kind of a ship it is, who's on it, or whatever, they might feel it's a danger. We have been fighting ships in space, people. The UFO world is so ignorant to that. Congress is ignorant to that. All right. People, you don't get truth from anybody. The whole UFO world tells stories over and over and over again. But without evidence, without proof, and without actual experience. And now we got the other word which we do not like, and that's experiences. And these people claim to be friends with aliens going on trips around the universe and everything else, which is bullshit, people. All right. We do not travel with aliens. All right. We don't go on tours with them. There's no reason for them to take us there, especially some zombie walking the street. All right. And then again, would they take Trump there? They would leave him somewhere, hopefully. But again, no, that's not happening. All the stories, I've been in the UFO world all my life. I knew all the top speakers in the UFO world. They're all dead. Okay? All taken out by you know who. The word is MJ12. FEMA's. So I can go into a bunch of stories about that I've been involved with. But I want to say this. In the past 30 years, I lost 16 of my friends in the UFO world. All right? Some close, some not. But here's the thing, people. The stories about the real people, you don't hear it. Nobody in the UFO world is talking about John Ford. I mean, you got Stephen Greer, the biggest fool on the planet, going on about how aliens are good, blah, 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 and he met with one and all the bull. You could go meditation and talk to him. Really? Now, here's a question. I've been dying to talk to the fool, but he has no balls to answer or even reply. Never mind, actually have a live debate with me. All right. Does he even know the difference between aliens, demons, entities, ghosts, and spirits? Religion has no clue about it. They don't talk about it in any level. And a lot of the people say, well, UFOs or aliens are demons. No, an alien has a ship, has a body, and they eat. So they're very similar to what humans do. Demons do not. All right. Entities do not. Entities can take many different forms as well. All right. They don't travel around in spaceships. They don't have to. All right. Deities are a little different. They're not human looking. Most of them aren't even close to looking human. But they don't hang out here anymore. And they don't deal with this planet anymore. Alien races have been playing with our planet for a very long time. Why? You need to ask yourself, with all these fools going, well, aliens are going to come and help us. When we're ready, they'll come and help us. When is ready, people? You have a child. When are you ready to start teaching it? When's ready? Right away. You don't let it go 20 years. Well, maybe I'll teach it how to talk now. You don't wait any period of time, especially when the world's in a critical condition. People are dying at mass numbers daily. Bombs going off. All kinds of pollution, toxins being fed to the public. Our air's contaminated, our water's contaminated, our land's contaminated. And they're not helping us? I wonder why. Well, I'm going to give you a lot of information. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's your choice. I hope Tina's right. I don't see her anywhere. We've been having serious problems with internet. Our country's playing games with it. Uh, so many different kind of problems going around in England, in case you don't know it. Well, the United States doesn't tell what's happening in any kind of detail in other countries, what's really going on. I mean, all these ideas and the new ships coming out. China made a new one. Putin uh, talks about aliens, and now they're releasing another ship. So Musk's ship is supposed to be the fastest ship on the planet. So we got all these stories coming out and things, but why? Why do we need a super fast rocket ship? Well, everything has to do with war. Musk thinks he's going to go to Mars and create a civilization. And how long that's going to take, he wouldn't even be alive by the time he gets it halfway even usable. But that's besides the point. The moon is not usable for us either. Uh, there's things going on there. China went to the other side of the moon, found things, but they're not telling us what. All right. So, and we have how many people believe we even went to the moon? How many people still believe the Earth is flat? We got a pretty sad brain condition on our planet. Uh, Facts. Whose facts? The government's facts. Scientists' facts. Scientists always prove things change every couple of years, good, bad, and different. I mean, now there's no such thing as a black hole, even though they're still talking about it. It's not a black hole. But I don't know if you know what CERN, CERN, what they're trying to do. They're trying to create a black hole. They said they created a super microscopic one. Really? What they're doing, they have two atoms flying around this giant tube, and they're trying to crack them into each other. All right. They said they did. But you hear things, you hear drips and drabs of supposedly truth and things that are happening. Oh, they found Atlantis. Oh, they found this. They did this. This isn't real. That's not real. Oh, it is real. Now it's not. The Shroud of Turin has never been proven wrong. All right. Uh, my co-host isn't here. I hope she's okay. But here's the thing. Religion is not far away from the UFO world in a lot of ways. If you get involved in the UFO world, people like Zachariah Sitchin, who's no longer here, wrote a book saying that Anunnaki created the human race, which is the biggest twisted, crazy, ridiculous lie. And UFO people believe it. I don't know why people want to believe some people and not others. Well, I like what he said. If you like it, doesn't make it real. Now, the UFO word, unidentified flying object, right? To the new word government created and people accepting it, which they shouldn't, is called unidentified flying phenomena. You know what that means? It means you're an ignorant person if you believe that, because they're trying to take away the idea that it is a UFO and just some strange phenomena. All right. I saw thousands of ships in my life. I was next to one. I was next to an alien. People, it's real. It's not phenomena. Phenomena is like a spirit in a room and you film something. Okay, that's phenomena. But when it comes out and punches you in the face, guess what? It's real. When things are real, they're not a phenomena. All right. And now government's trying to say everything's phenomena. When they came out with a Tic Tac, which is pretty lame, a person that I did UFO stuff with for years, I'm going to say his name. I don't know what he's doing. I know he changed his belief system. And he claims all these things now, but he kind of left the UFO world. And he had a big fight with me. He copyrighted all our pictures. All right, and I can't use them publicly anyway. People, I don't know if he really did. How do you copyright hundreds of pictures? How much does it cost? He wasn't a millionaire at that time, and he still isn't. Well, who knows how much the government really gave him. But again, people, we have liars and more liars and more liars. The whole UFO world. You watch Ancient Aliens, Unknown, and all these other words about space, aliens, and UFOs. 90% are trying to disprove them rather than prove them. It's easy to disprove something because you can't prove a disproving of something that's not provable. All right. The same as what I'm trying to get to now. I'll explain it for you. When they say we found Bigfoot hair, how do they know what a Bigfoot hair is supposed to be? Science will say, oh no, that's a bear hair, or that's a deer hair, or that's this kind of a hair. How do they know? How do they know what kind of hair a Bigfoot's supposed to have in the first place? They don't, people. All the lies on these shows are ridiculous when it comes to trying to prove it. Now, I'm going to go through, like, okay, Ancient Aliens has been doing the same show for what now, 17 years? It's incredibly long. And they still talk the same garbage. They're showing more pictures of real UFOs, which they'll say unidentified. All right. Now, here's a couple things you need to know if you want to understand UFOs. Non-unidentified flying phenomena. I mean, a ball light going through the air. Well, that doesn't have to be a ship. It doesn't have to be anything. It could be just a reflection. It could be this. It could be that. No. There's a difference between a real thing and a fake thing. 1997. The person I work with and I, in New York City, in front of hundreds of people, went public about orbs. All right. We were filming them all the time. But, oh, well, most of it in the beginning, oh, it's the camera, it's the filming, it's the developing, it's this, that, and the other thing. Well, I don't want to get into orbs too much, but they are real. And they're different things. They're not all one thing. Now, I mean, when you compare that to a Tic Tac, I mean, the pilots used to see, and they call them Foo Fighters and stuff. These balls of light that used to come up to the ship and shoot out and all that. They have no clue what they are because all the races that are coming here are not making themselves known or public. I mean, the government did have a few aliens. One was more human than not, and he was brought into the White House. His name was Thor. All right. Again, he had superpowers. But they're claiming seven beings came from Venus. All right. One's real famous. She speaks up at Mount Shasta all the time. All right. But the problem with that, she has no ability. She claimed she took on a body at 6 years old, and blah blah blah. Well, talk is cheap. Nita Belda said it a long time ago. Talk is just talk until it's actually proven. All right. It's easy to say I did this and I'm that, or I was in space, I was with aliens traveling the universe, come up with a whole bunch of words. So what? Doesn't mean anything. Unless you could physically, tangibly touch it, see it, and other people see it. I mean, it's easy for one person to see something that's not there. Called an hallucination or drugs. But on the other hand, the government always has been, dealing with aliens and UFOs. All right. When it first started, a long time ago, in the 50s, I mean, we had Eisenhower, all right, and Truman. Both of them were totally involved with it and created MJ-12. Nobody talks about MJ-12. I do. I knew a person in MJ-12 until he was killed and his whole family was killed. People, here's the thing. They do not want truth out. If they did, they'd put it out. But here's the most important thing UFO people should understand. The truth is not going to set you free. Another phrase people say, it's not. Because aliens, have been here forever. Right? I have always been here. Different races have come and gone. Some have been hanging out here for a super long time. But they were never good. I mean, depending on what religion you're in or what path you follow, good and bad is not real. Well, hurting, destroying, killing, and things like that is not good. I don't care what what you believe in your own perverted, twisted mind that it's good. Sexual abuse, rape, and all those kind of words are not good, no matter who or where you think you are. All right, and that's been going on since the beginning of most of our time. Meaning, we did have a time of the golden age. I call it. Uh, Basically, it started in Atlantis. The races that were here, 9 races, were living in harmony. And then alien races came and screwed that up and destroyed Atlantis. Uh, I'm going to tell you, there's things that are, that's why I'm going to try to say religion, spiritual truth, and the whole UFO world have a common thing that go together. Past lives. People are starting to see some of their past lives. I saw all mine. All right. Now, can you prove them? Hopefully, you need to prove whatever you see or experience to yourself. You're never going to prove anything to the whole world because they're all ignorant. All right. 90% of the planet don't care. The truth. They don't want the truth. All right. They're happy with their programs that they're stuck with since they've been born. Programming. Aliens aren't real. UFOs aren't real. Bigfoot's not real. All right. Loch Ness Monster's not real. It's easy to say things or disprove things. Well, that's not a dinosaur. That's just a piece of garbage floating down the river. But or not is pretty hard. Now, there's lots of videos of aliens. Most of them were faked. The alien operation. I think there was 2 on TV. All right. But there's something that was on TV that was real. And everybody should pull it up online and watch it. I'm surprised the government never took it down. Because they think that people will just say this is fake like everything else is. The alien interrogation. They showed a small part of it on TV. I mean, it was, and they showed you Whitney Schreiber, you know who he is, was watching it, and he's crying, "What are they doing to the aliens?" All right, but people, remember this: if they were good, all right, they'd help us, and not the stupid phrase that everybody repeats over and over. When we're ready, they'll help us. Ready to do what? Destroy a country? Blow up the planet? When's ready ready? We're getting closer to destroying the planet than helping it become a better place to live. Bombs, nuclear weapons, high-tech, dangerous weapons. Mr. Tesla, who was not a genius, neither was Einstein, people. You don't pull things out of the air and say, well, I figured it out. Tesla had the highest technology than any other person alive. But he didn't go to school to learn it. He did not pull it out of his hat. He was working with an alien race, people. All right. He created 200 inventions, copyrighted them all. 50 of the most deadliest weapons on the planet, which he gave to the United States government, which we have, and they're on our new spaceship coming out. It's done. Whether they're going to release it how soon or when they feel like releasing it. It costs $44 billion, people. Talk about take money from poor people. For what? Space programs, underground cities. Not about you or me surviving, being happy in life. They don't care about people. Do you understand that? I hope you do. The Constitution was created by rich fools. Poor people weren't even part of anything in those days. You had to own land. How do you own land? Kill a bunch of native people and say it's my land. Again, our government was created by evil people. They destroyed 50 million native families. All right, they left about less than 1 million, and they were all on reservations. People, sure, there's crossbreeds now and every other word, half breeds, but original, true native people, meaning a full blood, all right, that were here. And even that's not as true as people want to believe it. Native people say there was 550 tribes here. There was originally one tribe here, and that was the Hopi people. Then tribes came from other parts of the world and settled here. But you're going through a long period of time. Now, the Aztecs, or no, the Mayans, sorry, claim they brought the Hopi people here, which is the biggest lie as well. Sure, they came here. Everybody came here for a short period of time or a long period of time, however you want to word it. The Hopi people lived on the ground, and there's proof of that. The Hopi people have a different DNA than any other tribe on this planet, people. They originated in the United States, not like any other tribe. People, the truth is there. And when it comes out, it disappears. Even things like the New World Order. Okay. What is it? Where is it? There's a home base in the United States. Do you even know that? It's bigger than the White House. It has an 8-foot wall around it. 6 foot, not 8 foot. But again, it's patrolled by Army people. Well, their Army people patrolling it. It's right under a gateway to the underground cities. Jesse Ventura proved it on TV years ago. Well, they do take a show off the air. But again, he proved many things that people should know are real. There's FEMA camps all over the United States. You know what a FEMA camp is? Well, pull it up. Figure it out. Why are there families in FEMA camps? It's not for a person. It's for families. Just so you know. All right, underground cities. You know how many people are in each underground city right now? Most of those people do not come out. I mean, just like Area 51. People fly there every day and fly back home. Tell me that's not crazy. But the truth is there. All right, whether you want the truth or not, the government will not publicly ever say what they did with aliens. They cannot, because it goes against all morals. You know what morals are? I sure hope so. I don't see Tina. I hope she's okay. Tina's becoming pretty famous, and she's up and down being sick. She's radioactive, and nobody wants to confirm that. I mean, I made her buy her first Geiger counter. She bought 2 more in the time frame, and we prove it. But again, what she is, as far as being radioactive, is not physically possible. Radiation doesn't go up and down in a day or a week. Hers does. All right. She has more proof than any other abductee on the planet about being abducted. And it's been all her life. She has ships over her house every day, every night. She puts pictures up every week of the ships hanging out over her house. Why? I can see ships every night as well from in the morning, but they're not harassing me. I'm protected in a lot of ways. She never was. So she's not a religionist. I mean, nobody has ever helped her. Religion, government, nobody. She's dealing with the most complicated situation that anybody could do in this lifetime. I mean, they have had children on a ship. People, I was working, and this is all truth. I only am accountable to God, nobody else, not the president, not the new pope, or nobody, period. They have no clue to the truth. They know nothing about God. They know nothing about death. They know nothing about reincarnation. And they're the most critical things every single soul needs to learn. Not aliens. Aliens have no God. I mean, if you watch the interrogation of the alien, all right, what he says is a lot of lies as well. They play God. They don't believe in God. They always have been. The Mayans, the Aztecs, all the different tribes then were programmed by aliens. The Egyptians wrote things, hieroglyphics and everything, and it's all wrong. What they do to a body is completely wrong. I mean, it's not going to make you reincarnate into a body. Not at all. All the ideas they were given were lies. If they wanted to help the human race, we would be in an incredible place right now. But they don't. The second thing is, based on that, they need the world radioactive. I'm just telling you the truth. You don't have to believe anything I say, but do some searching, do some research, read what went down, or try to find out things that are pretty hidden, like the New World Order. Denver Airport is the most important place in the United States for the government and aliens, UFOs, the whole thing. They just released, and you can pull this up. I don't know if you know anything about underground tunnels and cities, but you should. But when they were doing work underneath Denver Airport, they found another complex, an alien complex, when they broke down a wall. People, you don't hear much about it. They don't want that kind of truth out because you know why? The main thing is the government cannot stop aliens from abusing the planet. We're fighting with them. We're doing the best we can, and they don't promote that. If the world knows that Russia and the United States can't stop aliens from attacking people and taking them, well, there's more and more people being abducted daily than ever in history. More and more people disappearing. People. Now, there's a couple books out there, and you should read them. People that go missing in the public parks. Oh, they fell off the cliff, their body would be there. Oh, alien invaders, bad people came and took their bodies and what? Left their car there? Why would they want a person's body and leave their car there? All right, all the things they find. I mean, families go up there, turn around, and their child's disappeared. No cliffs, no place where he could have fell, ran, or hide. Let's check out the numbers. You won't believe the numbers. Nobody cares. And I'll tell you this, even in Vietnam, aliens were super active taking bodies and taking people. How many people could they take? How many people would know that they weren't killed in Vietnam or think they weren't killed in Vietnam? People, we're in a dangerous place right now. I've been trying to get in touch with Musk for a year. I think he has the least amount of current coverage to even debate or talk to me even. I told him I have a lot of truth to give him. And I keep getting more fake Musks claiming to be Musk. Oh, you won a prize, you won a car, you won money, you won it. I don't want prizes. I just want to talk to the man. He really thinks he can go to Mars and create a civilization in his time frame. He's bragging about his 10th space shuttle. 6 of them didn't make it. All right? And he really thinks he's going to go to Mars, but he knows nothing about aliens, not a trace. He knows nothing about MJ-12. He knows nothing about the important things that are going on behind the scene, which are dangerous to the planet. The wars were happening in space. We've been having them. We had 3 on the physical planet as well. Which race? There's basically 9 races. 3 of them really want to destroy the planet. And Mr. Putin told that to Trump directly. He said it on Russian TV first before he met Trump. Then when he met Trump, he told him directly. And that's when Trump came out and created the Space Force the day after. All right, what's a Space Force? To defend us from space. Now, Trump's talking about putting this globe over the United States to protect it. Tesla was thinking about the same thing. He was working on things that he was given, but they're all different. He had an earthquake machine in 1900. He almost leveled the square block off of New York City when they broke into his house and shut it off. People, he was a great person, if you want to call him great, because he released 200 inventions. But all the inventions, including free energy, are not going to make the world better. Human consciousness is deteriorating. No matter what toys you play with, and men are into toys, not that women are not as much as men are. But toys are not going to save us. It doesn't make people like, love, and care about each other. Whatever toys you play with, whatever inventions you play, it has to be faster, bigger, more powerful. Ego is the biggest thing that runs these people. And what runs that? Money. So rich people only want money. They don't care about poor people. I don't understand. There's more people on this planet. 90% of the people on this planet are in poverty, starving, or homeless. What is it? 6% are middle class people. 4% are the rich people. So how does that 4% control the world? Because people are weak, moralists, and no truth. They don't know how to find truth. They don't know what truth is. I mean, you believe Jesus is going to save you. Read my book. I'm rewriting it. I just finished. It's going to have a new title. But it's the true teachings of Jesus. What he really taught. Well, unless you read it, you're not going to understand anything. But he didn't teach about protection here. Sorry. He didn't teach about forgiveness. Now, I combine religion and the UFO world together because you got people following both. And if you want to know the truth, Revelations, read it. Read it 3 times. It's only short, for the last couple pages of the Bible. Read it. In it, John writes about what things cannot be forgiven. What cannot be forgiven. Read it. Just about everything you do every day. People, you want your truth. You want it to be what you want it to be. You don't want it to relate to reality, or things would change greatly. All right. It talks about the zombies walking the planet. It talks about psychic people. They're dangerous. They're not beneficial. You go to a psychic and they tell you you're a king or Shiva, queen or whatever. Can you prove it? Of course not. They can tell you anything they want. And you're going to pay them to tell you that. And then you want to believe it. Well, nobody says, well, you're a mass murderer. Oh, you killed children. Oh, you ate children. Oh, nobody wants. You're not going to pay somebody to tell you bad things. So they don't. And they can't. And they won't. I had one psychic friend that told me a lot of bad things all the time. Oh, guess what? And then she read my book. Oh, that's a lousy book. At least she was honest. Being honest is critical in this time frame. Especially to the ones you care about, the ones you love, the ones you say you love. How much do you really love them? And for how long? People, love doesn't ever die. But our love on this planet is very shallow compared to God's love. But you have to know God to understand it and to have it. Well, I love God, God loves me. No, it doesn't. You're a useless worm here on this planet. Why would God love you? Why would you think God would come down and save you? From what? Being a fool? Being a stupid, ignorant person? Doing what? Well, I created a gun. I created a spaceship. I created what? A bomb? Man thinks they're better when the white people, British, English, came into the United States and slaughtered Native people. They just took their land. They didn't want anything else from those people. Even though when they decided to create some form of a constitution, it was stolen from the Native people. But here's another problem. Religions and tribal people have very little truth about God as well. Native people believe in space beings, star beings. New Age people say, oh, the star beings. Well, they're not here to help us. And they can't, and they don't. You got a race of beings with super weapons, and you come in here with a pea shooter. What are you going to do? Fight them? Throw flowers at them and kill them? People, there's two kinds of people, good and bad. Now, out of 8 billion people on the planet, I'd say a large percentage are in between good and okay. But if you don't have the truth and look for the truth, you're not going to become better. Aliens come here feeding you more and more lies. Well, let's wait for now. The ship that's coming in November. You don't think they know more about it? If they know it's there, they're actually watching it, filming it, thinking what they're going to do. The closer it gets, the more they're going to realize what they want to do to it. Again, they might not let it come to the planet, or try not to, or try to stop it. Well, don't forget, 1952, the year I was born, a fleet of UFOs were over the White House. I mean, Eisenhower and Truman both were dealing with that already. So guess what? It's always been here. The truth has been here. But we have been working with aliens, people. The government cannot say all the things they agreed on with aliens. You know, in this reality, nobody does nothing for nothing. Whether it's I want recognition, I want fame, oh, 1 out of 1 billion, maybe 1 out of 500 million will give and do things for no reason because they just want to. But again, rich people do things to make more money, not to give it away. Musk is just making more money, and he's taking it from our government. People, do you understand how things get created or don't get created? Now, Musk and Trump had a fight. Now, I don't know how good of friends they are again or not. Musk's goal is to get to Mars. And Trump comes out with an ignorant statement, I want to put a flag on Mars. Well, we're going to deal with the races that are there already. People, just because they're not on the outside of the planet doesn't mean they're not there. Like I said, the native people lived underground for a long time. They were told by their God to come out and greet people, which was a really bad thing because it didn't work. Now, the government at that time was trying to get the native tribes fighting with each other, the Hopi people with the Apaches, all right? Again, they have different gods. Everybody has different gods because very few souls on this planet have a clue to what a real God is, to what the real God is. Not an alien, doesn't drive around in a spaceship, and it doesn't come to planet Earth ever. There's nothing here that it needs to be, want, watch, or help, or do. If they can't get out of hell, God doesn't need it. This is kindergarten for all souls. If they can't leave kindergarten, it's not going to be useful. So aliens come here and play God on us, and they did not one thing was beneficial. People, I know if you're watching this, you might not like anything I say. And that's why I don't have a big following. People get turned off by the truth. Truth is, your religion's a lie. Whatever religion you're following, whatever so-called spiritual person you're following is a liar. I don't claim to be spiritual. Never did. I was in search of spiritual truth. I was in search of God all my life. But I don't say I'm spiritual because I found what I was looking for. Because when I attain being spiritual, I don't have to stay on planet Earth. And I won't. There's no reason to. The inner worlds, higher worlds, are hundreds and thousands of times better than this reality. People have death experiences. 90% have no clue what actually happened in that death experience. Well, I saw my mother, I saw God, I saw Jesus, I saw blah, blah, blah. And what now? What did it do? What did it change? They write books on spiritual truth? Really? Like what? I'm walking around on planet Hell and I can't do anything about it? Well, you know, I gave up. I was told many times by 5 different people, 3 psychics and 2 native spiritual elders, what I was supposed to do. I'm running out of time. My life's getting short. But 2 different people said to me, What do you want to do? Save the planet or destroy it? Right now, you know what my answer is? Take a wild guess. I'm not even going to tell you. But mankind does not deserve to go to a higher realm. Why? There's deities, which I call little gods, that stop people from going into the higher realms. Like now, people call everything an alien. Jesus was an alien. Lucifer is not here. He doesn't come to this planet, doesn't work with this planet, people. Even though you got the Luciferians praying and working, worship them, doing ceremonies and all that baloney. You can play with energy here. It doesn't make you God. It doesn't make you good. Now, the word black and white are critical, not for the color of skin. White meaning purity, healing. Black meaning death. All right. Black magicians kill people. White magicians do not. Moses was the greatest black magician on this planet. And he's idolized, worshipped. Yeah, the Ten Commandments. But do you know he wrote 63 laws after that? Read them. They're in the Old Testament. Read what he talked about, what the laws were and everything. He was pathetic. And now you got millions and billions of people believing certain things. Promised Land. Do you understand anything about the Promised Land? Nobody in the Bible did. It wasn't a place, not on planet Earth. Well, Moses took these people out of being prisoners and all that kind of thing and brought them to a new world? No, he brought them to a place where people lived. And what did they do when they got there? Killed them all. And that was the Promised Land? Then again, people don't know the real reason why Moses couldn't go into the Promised Land. Because Moses couldn't write it himself. All right, people, you know, religion is dying. All right? Because it doesn't talk about a real God. It doesn't talk about what we should be doing as a person or a people. Jesus didn't come here to teach love. All right? If it was an alien coming here to teach love, does that make sense either? One alien came down to teach the world love and was killed, and then they didn't see nobody else. You know, all the stories don't even fit into any kind of normal reality. People are killed constantly, sacrificed, tortured, and the human race accepts it. Now, we don't have morals. Morals existed when I was younger. At least we believed in morals and that they should be there. Whether people followed them or not is a different story. All right. Relationships are deteriorating. How many relationships stay together? Split up in 2 years, split up in 10 years, some split up in 40 years. Again, when two people commit to each other, they're committing to each other. And it should be 100%, not 60-40. And people accept 60-40. Well, he does this, he does, or she does this. No. Then a relationship will never work. So where do aliens fit into all this? Nowhere. They don't care about us as people. Do you understand that? Tesla was given inventions to destroy the planet. And also he said, well, mankind won't use them wisely. He knew that. You don't make a directed energy beam and say, oh, we'll use it for the good. How do you use a directed energy beam for the good? Burn up another country? They didn't use it on themselves, people. I'm not going to get into the details. A simple clue. Check out the fire in Hawaii and check out the fire in California. And there's proof a directed energy beam was used, people. I'm not making that up. Even here in Hawaii right now, there's a group of people, politics and stuff here, trying to prove that it wasn't normal. And it wasn't. By any aspect was it normal. What happened, how it went down. And the numbers never related to how many people were really there. There were 12,000 people that lived in that town. They talked about what, 5,000 people. A lot of them went back to the mainland and everything else. They put what, 550 people in hotels. Uh, they didn't talk about anybody missing, did they? But the videos that went up online for a short period of time were copied, and these people have it proven and shown what they did and what they were planning on doing. We're talking about United States people doing what happened. All right, I'm not going to go into details. I'm going to probably lose my show, but I don't care. I've been doing it for 6 years with Tina, uh, and people still don't want the truth. I don't know what it is about lies and making you feel good. Have sex for 24 hours, day and night, live in it. Well, guess what race believes that? They believe they go to heaven with 100 virgins that are super built. Really? How does that make sense to a god or religion or anything? It doesn't. People take a religion, which is a fake word. There's no such thing as a religion. It's an accepted idea. That's all it is. Jesus didn't come here to create a religion. Buddha created an idea. Buddha was trying to teach a certain thing that he experienced. Jesus showed and proved many things. Big difference. Now, when we go into aliens, why are they here again? Do you think they're here to help you? And then you hear the other phrase, well, if they wanted to destroy us, they could. Well, you don't destroy your food, do you? I mean, when the prices went down, they were slaughtering cows because the price wasn't, they weren't getting enough money. I mean, yeah, we do, man does stupid things. But in reality, where are we going? I mean, remember the cartoon Jetsons? We could have been there 10 times over. But when we fight with everybody else on the planet, we can't move forward. Now, the thing that would have to change, people would have to realize there is a real God and not the programmed idea of a God that they have. God loves everybody. Why? You love a rapist, murderer, killer? I mean, all those kind of words, you love them? Well, we're all of itself. No, we're not. All souls were given freedom and free will. If they couldn't grow forward, they grow backwards. Demons, entities, they play with us. Play with me, they play with everybody, trying to win them over. And how they do that, they give you the desires that keep you here on this planet. And if you don't know what they are, sex, drinking and smoking, drugs, sports, cheap thrills, cheap sex. They're things that keep man here. I don't think man would want to live without all of them. Most men don't. I mean, one religion, well, we'll go to heaven and we'll be with 100 virgins. That sounds much more fun than here. But again, how ridiculous. It has nothing to do with the God. Women are equal. All right. Always have been. But men have never let that happen. So where are we going, people? Are you looking to the truth of these UFO conferences and speakers in the UFO world, ancient aliens, and all these ignorant shows on TV? Right. I mean, they're dealing with pyramids. Pyramids aren't going to help us. Even how they built them is not going to help us. We're not building buildings like that. And we wouldn't have to build them so big either, would we? I mean, doorways and things like that. Not for normal people. But let's go beyond pyramids. Aliens need food. Every entity, creature, being, whatever you want to call us, that are in a body need food, air, and water. So, why would they be here? How long did it take them to get here? And all those kind of things. Well, they didn't have billions of tons of food on their spaceship, that's for sure. So think about what they eat. The one thing that's mind-boggling, there's one particular race that loves one thing that we grow here that doesn't get anywhere else in the universe. I'm not even going to tell you what it is because everybody will start eating them like I did. But here's the thing, people. They need things from this planet, not gold. They can make gold. We can make gold. So it's never about gold, people. When we're kings and leaders and everybody with power thinks gold the important thing. I'm going to go deeper into that in the near future as well. But again, that's not helping us move forward in any way. Rich people don't help us. You know, between Gates and everybody else, you know what they want us to eat? Aliens want to eat us, but what do we want to eat? They want to feed you cricket burgers. For real. And there's companies right now in the production. You know what's something even more gross than that? And I'm not making this up. Pull it up online. And this is the most gross thing you could possibly think of. Roach milk. All right, people, you know, so much for food. We need to look forward to what's going to happen. We got a very sick president. We got a sick Congress. Got a bunch of zombies running the world. While all the middle class, poor people are being imprisoned and going to lose basically everything. Well, you think aliens are going to help those people either? You think aliens need to come and need 8 billion people? I mean, there would have to be a lot of ships coming here for food if they needed that many people. But no, they don't need that much food. So again, they're not going to save the world either. They don't need to and they don't want to. But when you go to these shows, listen to these things, they're still trying to prove a UFO is not a UFO. Anybody that believes that they saw a UFO should analyze what they saw and tell themselves it's not phenomena. Ships, spaceships, satellites, and UFOs all do different maneuvers and change speeds and all different things. Satellites don't do anything. They go around a circle at one speed. What powers them? How long can they do it? All right, nuclear power is powering most of them, just so you know. But again, they don't need lights. They don't need all these things like every other thing. Now, with all the meteorite showers and everything, why aren't they all crashing into each other? I mean, there's a lot of things that aren't happening that should be as well. I don't know if you remember the word Planet X. All right. Well, it was behind the sun. Who knows what happened? It didn't come out again. It popped out from behind the sun twice. I mean, the whole people believed it was going to come here. And I'm sure there's some Hopi people that still believe it. But it went back behind the sun. So outside of that, the spaceship that's coming, what if it's a bad race? What if you watch Star Trek. Do they have a shield around it to protect itself? We couldn't blow up a meteorite. Why does anybody think we could blow up a spaceship from the distant future? And what they want, and how can we stop them? Well, we were lucky. We shot down some of the older UFOs. But don't forget, their technology is thousands of years and more advanced than ours. Now, Tesla, whether you know it or not, he was working with one alien race. And he created the most dangerous thing that was ever created in history, was time travel. Einstein said we can't go backwards and forward because he didn't know anything about it. Tesla created, I don't know if you know much about the Philadelphia experiment. It was real. It really happened. All right. Now, we did change reality by going back in time. That changes everything. So, but aliens gave that technology to the human race. What if I tell you 90%, no, that's over exaggerated. A big percentage of a lot of the things we find in the wrong time frame. Guess how it got there? They could take anything they want, put it back in time, anywhere they want. When we found a watch, like even the Skinwalker Ranch, they found a nickel. Well, they put the nickel in when they were doing the work there, and whether they buried a UFO or blah, blah, blah. Well, they could put a pyramid there. They could put anything they want. There's a pyramid in the United States. There's two. I actually saw one. I didn't get to go in it or really near it. I almost got lost when I was getting to it. But I was with a native person who said, well, he's going to open it at a certain date, but I think he died. So, people that believe they're important will never find out that they're not. And that means they'll reincarnate. Aliens, on the other hand, live a lot longer than we do. But here's the problem. They're reincarnating into humans. That's why you hear so many people say, well, I'm an alien. I'm a walk-in. I'm this, that, and the other thing. Well, many are. Well, they were. I can go into the bad parts about it, but I don't. It gets too horrible, especially when it comes to children. But when an alien reincarnates into this world, it's like learning everything over. And the human race, meaning white people, black people, red people, yellow people, reincarnate how many times to learn nothing? So you're taking a race that was killers and murderers and all those kind of words, if you want to use them, coming into this body. What do they know? What do they know is right and wrong? Soul is not what you perceive it to be, because you are soul. You are not a body. Your body goes into the ground. Your soul does not. But I don't want to teach you too much on that, because you're not ready for any real truth, are you? Anybody out there, if you really care about truth and trying to get it out there, put my link out on every friend you know. Put it out there everywhere you can. Let them call me. Let them text me. You got a question, I'll answer it for you. If it pertains to God, Jesus, death, reincarnation, I'll answer it. Weapons, mankind's ignorance, no. Love, another fallacy in what people believe it to be. But people, I'm sorry Tina didn't get here. I hope she's okay. I'm starting to get a little iffy. I mean, she's going to be going on tour with a bunch of scientists and different things good happening for her. But she's dealing with one particular thing, abduction. She's been abducted multiple times, proof of it, and she can't even get some of the proof because the government won't let her have it. So her story is incredible. And is she honest, real? Yes, she is. Like I said, she has ships over her house all the time. All the time. I don't know too many people can say that. And they're not the kind of same ship either. I mean, they come in all kinds of weird forms. So back to when I was with a person that I was doing my UFO work with, we shot multiple ships, and I wish I could show you them all. We did for a couple years when we were friends, before he copyrighted in and had a big fight with me, and we ended our relationship, our friendship. But he claims to be Jesus' disciple, which I know is a lie. Put my life on the line on that one. Am I Jesus' disciple? Well, I know Jesus. I was with Jesus when he was alive. Am I a disciple? Kind of could say so. Mary Magdalene was my closest friend, and she was the teacher of the disciples after Jesus was killed. But again, who controls these people? Why do they not care about creating something better? They can only create something worse. Aliens are no better. They need food, so they're constantly going to eat people. But again, what do they want? Listen to the alien interrogation. He said one person is going to destroy the planet. And they were trying to make him say who it was. Because I don't know his name. But one person's going to do it. They only can teach or say what they know. How many people know everything? Even this woman from Venus, they claim she's from Venus. It's, oh, everything's beautiful, everything's love. Really? Where do you see it? We're destroying the forests. We're destroying everything. What's beautiful about what we do? You know, for one little good story you hear about saving one person, but killing hundreds of thousands of people. Does that make sense? Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, well, what about the 1,000 people that were killed? You don't even care. So, you know, we're so programmed, brainwashed. And I'm not even talking about the aliens programming people to believe that they're good aliens and that they're traveling with them. It'll never happen. They're not here for the human race. Never were. All the races that were destroyed by alien races. Oh, well, maybe a meteorite, maybe this, maybe the dinosaurs were taken out. Well, dinosaurs were a different time frame. But there were human beings on planet when dinosaurs were here. All right? We want truth. We want to listen to scientists' ignorant ideas. Well, this must be true, or this must be true. They actually proved about 5 different things Einstein said were lies in the past 10 years. He said there could be something no bigger than a certain size, which is ridiculous because we found something bigger than it. So, you know, you want to follow somebody? Follow your heart. But make sure that it's not programmed by a demon, Satan, or some other thing other than a good angel. And how do you tell a good angel from a bad angel? How do you tell an angel from a deity? How do you change? I was challenging these people that talk and brag. Like Stephen Greer goes on and on. You know, if I was ever locked in a room with him, I don't know. It would be probably a really sad day for the planet in his world because everything he says is a lie. Everything. He knows nothing about, and he never mentions what's really going on, which is really funny. Oh, they're good. They're going to come here and help us. They're going to save us. We're going to run without the government. We're going to have free energy. To do what? What do you need energy for? I mean, the things we used when we were first put here were pretty simple and good and worked and didn't destroy the planet. Free energy. You know, even windmills and things like that produce toxins in the air and the planet. Everything we do has to have some alternative effect on the planet. Aliens know what they gave us. Like I said, they gave Tesla 200 inventions. He had a machine that could be, I'm not going to go into all his stuff that he had. There's a museum in his country, a Tesla museum, with the things that they didn't give to the government. I mean, separate. The weapons he gave to the United States government, whether he felt we needed to destroy the planet or whatever, who knows. Everybody has their own way of thinking, the same as every angel has their own way of thinking. Every alien has their own way of thinking because they don't know why they're even here. They don't know what their true mission's supposed to be. And obviously they don't know God. People, I'm going to cut it here. I'm sorry Tina didn't come on. I hope she's okay. Every time she doesn't come, I really worry about her. Her country is playing games with her internet, satellites, and martial law. There's a lot of stuff going on in England. And you don't hear a word about it. You hear good things or some bad things when they want you to hear certain bad things. But let me tell you, they never give you an exact number of people that died, of what they know of people that died. I mean, even the virus and all these things, they know what was happening. I mean, Kennedy came to Hawaii to talk about don't get the shot. 30% can have a heart attack if they get the shot. My partner had a heart attack, died 3 times the week after she got the shot. Now she has a pacemaker, a defibrillator. But he's overboard because they want to stop this, that, and give people this and that. Well, take one weapon away and give you another weapon. Guns should be outlawed worldwide. Anybody with a gun should be put in jail And if the sentence was a long time, people wouldn't be playing with guns. See, that's it. Trump supports people that have bad ideas. He's letting prisoners out of jail, which is support people with guns. The average person with a gun, do they go to the shooting gallery every week? No. Do they use it ever? No. But why do they have it? Well, if somebody comes to my house, I could blast them. Really? How many people get shot by mistake? My girl singer I really, really liked when I was young, Claudine Lange, shot and killed her boyfriend with a gun. Duh. You know, accidents happen. Guns are dangerous. Children shouldn't be near them. I mean, how many years ago they took guns away from everybody and they stopped making guns, plastic guns, toy guns. Guess what? It's all back out there again. We don't follow through with truth because the lies overpower what everybody does. And they like the lies better than the truth. If it makes money and if it feels good, it's better. What makes you think you're supposed to feel good? You're living in hell. People getting killed every second, children getting raped, women getting raped, all these kind of things. And you're happy you're living here? Well, I don't see it. How many accidents are happening and why? Kids on scooters getting killed every other week now. I mean, crime is growing, and it's not going to get better. If Trump cuts out more money from people, it's going to get a lot worse. But he's not going after gangs. We have more gangs in the United States than anywhere. And the Crips and Bloods are still out there, and they're the worst gang out there. All right? And he wants to take a normal person and trying to get into the country to get a job and live a normal life and throwing him out. Does that make sense? Well, people, you like ignorance, you voted for Trump. You want death and sickness and all those things to be rapid. Oh, global warming doesn't exist. All these things. But who created global warming? And it was created, people. Do you understand that? No. What do you think aliens do for our government? They swap each other for certain things. Like I said before, nobody does nothing for nothing. And if I give you guns, what are you going to give me? Well, you could take 1,000 people, 10,000 people to eat. Okay, that's a good deal. 10,000 is a ridiculous number, but it's used for everything. They're allowed to kill 10,000 dolphins a year, allowed to kill 10,000 whales a year. I mean, again, the Army, when they made their deal, said you could take 10,000 people a year. There's no possible way you can count those numbers. Meaning it's anything. It just sounds like a good number to put out there. 10,000 is a ridiculous number. All right, people. Enjoy your day. Search for the truth. Don't live in a lie. Don't believe you know the truth because you don't. Do I? I know much more truth than 90% of the people on this planet, or even more. I experienced. I went through it. And it is real. And you can prove it to yourself. Prove it to the world. Jesus tried. What did they do to him? All right. Nobody wants it. People in power will never let it happen either. All right, people. Love, light, compassion, whatever you need in your life, search for it. Don't give up. Don't settle for less. Be willing to give 100% whatever you choose to do. Whoever just came in, thank you for coming in. My show's ending, but it's recorded. You could listen to the whole show after. But people, questions, hawksblood1aol.com. Put 3 X's on there so I know that you have an important message. I get hundreds every day, and I can't even go through them. I got 1,000 something right now. But 50% of government begging for money. It's sad. Money's not going to change the world. So until next time, people, tell them where you heard it. Send this link to everybody you can.